Anger is a weakness. It really is. There's something about anger that makes you feel powerful because you scare people. Or sometimes you might want to react to someone who's angry. Like when someone curses, right? If I say the F word with lots of vulgarity and loudness, you'll feel some reactions. I know some will. I know I did get one. I was walking out the coffee shop, going to my car, and then this guy started talking. Oh, I hear him talking on the phone kind of loud. And I thought he was just like talking whatever, right? And it sounded aggressive, but I wasn't sure. And then he started cursing, and he started complaining about how he was being chewed out for no reason. And you can feel it. It's interesting how you can feel it. Like you can probably feel how I'm feeling. Basically, I feel very strong about this. I feel that the way a person responds to things, the way they want to lash out, even in my way, I guess in some sort of sense, I'm basically sort of lashing out. But there's a reason for this, because it reminded me of a video by Jocko Willink talking about anger. And what anger is weakness. Anger is lack of control. Anger is, frustration is you not being able to control your emotions. And very rarely does anger produce much productivity. And you know what? This is the problem. See, in my head, I feel like it does. Because you feel so right when you're angry. When you're mad, you were right to be angry. You had every right to be angry. You were attacked, or man, you're upset. Hold on, I gotta get a phone call. 1 second. Hello? I'm just down the street. I'll be there in a second. Right. So you had every right to be angry. You know, you feel so right. You feel so slighted against. So you get pissed off, and you just you're right. You feel so righteous. I think that's the word. And I'm telling you, and it's hard to believe this, but being angry, being emotional, is the wrong move, right? Because see, this is the funny thing about emotions, right? Because they're typically highs and lows of your life that are easy to remember. Everything that happens in the middle when you're bored, you don't remember. Generally, you don't even remember being bored, right? Boring parts of movies, you don't remember those. But when you're really angry or some traumatic event happens, sadness or anger or fighting, you remember those. They're in your mind, right? You don't forget them. So it's what you would call like a confirmation bias, where you can, for example, when I think about anger, I think about all the times where anger has been productive in my life, right? I can't think of any anger where it was bad in my life. I mean, not a lot anyway. I can think of some maybe. But the problem is I can bullshit myself and make myself believe that I was angry. Like, for example, getting angry underneath a squat, getting pumped up, right? I actually wouldn't really call that anger. That's really more aggression. And that's not necessarily bad. I guess that there's a little kind of fine line between aggression and anger, right? But they're very similar still. Now I'm going on this tangent and I want to ask something else I want to talk about aggression, because aggression is powerful. The thing to remember is, I think what's important when it comes to aggression and anger is that, and anger being a weakness, is when you don't have control. Or better yet, that's not even fair, because a lot of the time when you're angry, you think you're in control, so it's kind of hard to actually judge that. It's really more that when you find yourself getting angry, you find yourself getting frustrated, you find yourself having lots of aggression, in those instances, has it helped you recently? Has it helped you recently? That is the question. Has it helped you recently? And quite often, you'll find that it may or may not have. You're going to have to decide for yourself. You have to figure it out. But one thing's for sure is that anger does cloud judgment, and you have to be aware that good judgment is the foundation for success, right? And if your judgment is constantly clouded, game over, right? You're not learning properly. Okay, thanks for watching.